Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we're working on twin hunting knives. We're going to make a pair of hunting knives. I've already got this one here profiled, and we've got another piece of 1095 bar stock here. So we've got our profile drawn out on there, and we're going to make a set of hunting knives for a friend slash customer that wants one for he and his daughters. Alright guys, so we got these bad boys profiled. They're exact. They came out quite well. You can see the profile is perfect. So now it's time. These are cool. I like these. I kind of like to be able to keep them for myself, but alas, a friend of mine ordered these for he and his daughter, so I have to give them up. But I like the feel. Changed our handle design a little bit. That feels really good, the way your hand fits into the finger choil and the the little groovies there that we put in there. But yeah, they're identical, and that was really a pain to do, but we got it. So now we're going to go ahead and put our notches in here, and we're going to run our primary bevels. Try to get both of these beveled yet today. Our primary bevel's done, and then see if we can't move on to annealing and heat treating. I'd really like to have these all annealed and heat treated and tempered by this evening, so we better get to work. both of our knives profiled. Primary bevels are ground. We've got our pinholes drilled, and we've smoothed up these flats here. And I ran over these bevels with some smoother belts too, just to make the sanding part where it isn't quite so tough. But you can hear we got the forge running in the background over here heating up. We're going to anneal these now. Well, we're going to normalize them for a couple of cycles, then we're going to anneal them, and then we're going to heat treat them, get all this done tonight. I know it doesn't seem like it from the editing of the video, but we've been going at this for 8 hours today, I guess, so far, maybe 9, probably, yeah, about 9 hours. So, but they've come out real nice. The shapes are just, you know, almost exactly identical. Little bit off here and there, but not enough where you can really tell. So I'm happy with the way they came out, and I think my buddy will be too. So yeah, we're going to start working with some fire here. So we'll get these normalized and annealed, and then heat treated, and hopefully tempered before the night. The tempering is going to run late, but that's a couple hours. I may save that for tomorrow evening because it's 8 o'clock here, and I need to start getting wound down and ready for work in the morning. It's Sunday, so let's get these in some fire. Tempered up. Got some pretty nice color in them. They tempered really well. And hardened tempered, but they're both nice and flat and straight now. So now we're going to get on with cleaning them up. Now we've got to do our hand sanding and stuff, but we're going to take these belts and clean these flats up and these bevels as well as we can. Let the belt grinder do most of that work. I've got belts that go up to 800 and what have you, so we're going to do that and save on some of that hand sanding. shaped up here pretty nice. See, I had to make them both at the same time, so that way I can keep comparing, you know, so we get all of our contours the same, because we kind of want these knives to match. But and they're not going to be perfect because I'm not doing it with a machine, you know, a mill or something, a CNC or anything like that. It has to all be done by hand. So we're to the point now where we're ready to start hand sanding this wood and getting that finished up. But this wood is so light, it's got a pretty decent little grain to it there. The camera will focus on it. The grain's not terrible. I mean, it's not really pronounced like some other woods, but there's decent little grain in there. And I'm sure they'll darken up a little bit when I wax them. But what I'm thinking about doing is maybe hitting these with a torch a little bit and burning them like you do sometimes to bring the grain out, the way I did my bar over there. I torched it and then sanded it and kind of bring some of that grain out. So I think we're going to do that. And these handle contours feel really nice in your hand. I mean, it feels really good. I'm surprised that it's a new handle design that I decided to try, and they actually feel pretty good in your hand. And so we'll burn them, we'll sand them, and then we'll be done with these things. We'll wax them and buff them out a little bit, and then we got to sharpen them. So let's go do that. Here we are. All the finish work is done on these two blades. I think the handles came out looking pretty good. That burning idea, they were just too light, they were too white, too pale, and every time you touched it you were just gonna leave a fingerprint or a smudge on it, you know. So we burned them with the torch a little bit, then sanded them up. Sanded them out real nice, buffed them up, and I think they look okay. What do you guys think? Comments. What you think about the burning idea? They came out pretty good. They I generally don't use that light of wood, but that was the handle scales that I could get on pretty quick notice. The maple, so I got them, and I usually use more of a darker wood like you've seen on some of my other knives. Well, this knife here that I made for my son, that's African blackwood on there, which is really hard stuff. It's like trying to carve iron, but that takes longer to get, you know, or it did, and I couldn't find any good dark wood, so we got these. But I think the burning thing, I think they came out pretty good. I think it looks all right. So these knives are done for all intents and purposes, match and set. They look really good, I think. I like the design and the shape. They're pretty even. You know, for all freehand, they're pretty close to the same length, the same dimensions. Everything is pretty much the same. I just have to do a little on one, then do a little on the other, then compare them, and you know, on these handles and things, just to make darn sure that I didn't, you know, get it different. You know what I mean? Have them come out different, looking different. So I think they came out really well. Now we just got to put a final bevel on there and sharpen these things up. We're done. I can get a hold of my buddy and have him come and pick them up. So we'll get to that. I don't know if I'll video. I probably won't video sharpening them. I'll just show you how sharp they are when we're done and call it a day. So, all right, let's get to it.